Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be changing the rear set of brakes on a 2011 Ram 2500 with the Cummins in it. So if you haven't watched my video on the changing the front brakes, you can go ahead and go to the description and I'll put a link in that down below, and then you can go ahead and watch that. I'm just going to go through the tools, and then I'm probably going to do a speed thing, taking the tire off and stuff, because if you don't know how to do that yet, you probably can watch that other video. So hope you enjoy. Okay, here's the tools you're going to need. One screwdriver, a pry bar, sledgehammer, because who doesn't need a sledgehammer? You're going to need a, I'll show you right here, 15/16 impact socket if you choose to use an impact, 13/16 half-inch drive impact socket, 9/16 half-inch impact socket, a 24mm combination wrench, 13/16 combination wrench, 7/16 combination wrench, and a 10mm, an impact gun, and materials. We're not doing rotors today, we're just doing calipers and pads. I would strongly suggest, if you're doing this, replace the calipers, because I already put a set of brake pads on it because I thought it'd be cheap, and I didn't do it. So put the new calipers on, it's worth it. It's worth the time and the effort. So pads, caliper, and light and trusty knee pad. If you're working on the ground, if you have a lift, you'll be in a little better shape than I am. But hope you enjoy. Okay, so if your rim looks like this, that's all brake dust. Not cool. It's supposed to be nice and shiny. Definitely not a good idea. So if you're wondering how I'm going to remove this brake dust, make sure you check out my video on how to remove brake dust from alloyed rims. Okay, so what we're going to do here, just take you up here, we're going to take this bolt off right here, and there's one down below. I hope you can see that. That one down below. Those two have got to come out. One down below, one right there. That'll take this whole piece off. We'll have to take the brake line off, clean this up, and then we got a new fitting and some new compression rings to go in there. But as you can see, this caliper is completely seized. So there's nothing wrong with the rotor, but the caliper is totally seized. So it's definitely not doing what it's supposed to be doing. So, yep. All right, so we'll go ahead and we're going to get this caliper set first with the pads in it. We've got to take these bolts out here. We'll just take that off. Got these retainers that are in here. They got to be placed in here. You see it or not? Yeah. Go ahead and snap these in. Clips facing out. So nice when they got brand new parts. Everything's clear and free. Nothing, everything's moving around right. Just the way things are supposed to go. And then put the pads in there first. Okay, that's going to be hooked in there like that, so the pad needs to be facing down. So this pad will go in here like that. This pad will go in there facing like this. Okay. All right. Once these are in, go ahead, place our brake shoes inside the caliper. Push those back. And it's going together. There it goes. Okay, it's in there. Take our bolts, start them back in there. Kind of hard to do this upside down, so I'll stand it up here so you can see what I'm doing. Just line this up. Get them down in. Okay, I'm going to tighten this up. Bolts broke loose, hopefully, without an issue. Put a wrench on first. The 13/16 fits on there very nicely. Long-winded bolt. I go gear threads. All right. Yeah, make sure you put your jack in the right spot so you don't end up with that problem. Can't get my impact in there. Live and learn, I always say. Nothing scripted here. Okay. Get that line ready to be taken off. You do not want to tear that. Here's what we got here. There's the issue right there. Look at that thing. I think that pad was gone. What do you think? Caliper setup. You can see one side completely seized. So there you have it. Clean that up. Put the new one up in here. Plug out of it. Put one in here just to keep it up here. Then I'm going to put my line on it. Go ahead and put your line on, that way you don't lose too much brake fluid. While you pre-assemble the caliper first, so you don't have that thing hanging here. And we'll tighten this up, make sure it's nice and clean, and we'll smush the brass down. Nice. And tight. Good. Relatively painless on that one. Lower bolt in this sucker. Good. Okay, so now we're going to bleed the brakes. Make sure the master cylinder has enough fluid in it so you do not drain the master cylinder out. This technique I'm going to be using here is just going to use two people and pump the brakes up hard and then release the bleeder and then keep proceeding until you get no air out of the line. It's important that they hold the brake and they do not pump it while the bleeder is open. But this seems to be effective. If you like the other process, I have a different process in my other video on how to bleed them by yourself, so make sure you check that out. Okay, a couple things you want to take under consideration. Obviously, we want to put the wheel back on and torque it down, but when you're putting these brakes on, it seems like it might be self-explanatory, but make sure the bleeder is on the top of the caliper. That way the air can come out the top. Like I said, that's pretty important. You'll want to torque these bolts down in a sequence according to manufacturer's recommendations. And make sure you follow along there. If you like what you've seen here, make sure that you hit the like button. And please hit the subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If it helped you out, hit the thumbs up button. If you liked what you've seen, leave a comment, or if you got a question, leave a comment, but please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out. Have a good day and be safe.